allow the judges
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo touchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí Presido bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun live. And thank you very much for joining me once again. Kindly read the caption of the broadcast, as usual. read the description of the broadcast, like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that my ego today. So again, I want to remind us that we are just improvising, trying to make sure that there's not much left, vacuum in the absence of Mayegu in Glasgow. So that's why we are using this. So if the video is not as superb as it used to be, great. Just understand why, okay? If the audio is not as great as well, which I believe they are anyway, but just for the sake of those who might be like, how come it is like this? So this is Mayegu Live from Houston, Texas. So tonight, if you have read the caption of the broadcast, you will read the description of the broadcast, liked it, and shared it. Thank you to you. And to those who are just joining us, please do the same. And let's have a wonderful evening, right? Because it's afternoon here, though. How many of you have seen the video of El-Rufai, the Kaduna little finger, on Arise News or Arise TV yesterday? How many of you? Great. Don't worry. I have brought to you, the piece by piece of what mattered from what he said. However, tonight, it is more or less like officially, El-Rufai is the Werewike of APC. Egbekegbe is backing, is biting, and indeed, thiefnubu's Presidiocy, they have responded. And their own advice to El-Rufai is, he should stop crying, like, he should stop whinging like a crybaby. That thiefnubu didn't make him his minister, is at thiefnubu's prerogative. So, which means he decides who he wants and who he doesn't want. Meanwhile, El-Rufai is claiming that he is not leaving APC. No, he hasn't left APC, but APC has left him. He's talking about this progressive ideology of APC, all those fancy words, right? Where, progressive ideology of APC. So in the last 2 years, under thiefnubu and Gandola, they have not held their usual party meetings and all that. And then look at the economy. APC is now far off from the progressive, projects that they promise, blah, 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 blah. He also said that this imaginary fight that we are witnessing now, he said the person behind it is ribadumb. Now, just a quick sort of caveat. Kaduna little finger is one tricky, crooked, extremist that will use all the tricks in the book to sway you, but he is as evil as you must have heard, no doubt. So right now, Kaduna little finger is known to be a very, okay, I've used the word corny, a very corny, divisive, a lying tongue kind of a person. It was Kaduna little finger who told the world that he came across, or he came in contact with a list of Nigerians that a Goodluck Jonathan was going to kill. It was Kaduna little finger. He said there's a hit list that Goodluck Jonathan had names of Nigerians. They said his name was in number 20. He pushed that enough that a lot of people believed it. Do you understand? So it can be very, very like deceitful, which is good. You know, in this temple, right, I projected that if people are going to break free, right, from the stranglehold of this APC, it is not going to be by what do you call it, protest or what have you, even though people want revolution, and which is likely not going to happen because of the divided Nigeria that you have and all of that stuff. So what will happen is that these guys will they will feel so powerful, untouchable, above everyone, that they will begin to actually destroy themselves from within. You see, that internal crack that will eventually burst and destroy them must come from them. It is not just going to come from the conquered, defeated citizens. It's almost impossible now. People are hungry, people are dying, people are angry, people are confused. And every day is like a struggle to survive for another day. So right now, they can't be so coordinated in facing their destructive ruiners. But when they begin to destroy themselves from within, that is why you see platform like this. That is why we are so important, to make sure that suddenly you people don't just activate your Stockholm syndrome by beginning to, when they are about to tear themselves apart, tear themselves and destroy themselves, right? You let them do it. You don't begin to eulogize criminals who seems to be, fighting your enemy, which in this case, probably thiefnubu and APC. So if you see anybody within them that comes on and say, yes, I'm on your side now, you have to be very wary of them. You have to be very careful of them. So that is why platform like this is always very vital. It's to remind you, it's to keep record of happenings and the people behind what happened or what is happening, so that when the table turns and it suddenly started pretending to be on your side, you will be wary of them. And that is who El-Rufai, Kaduna Little Finger, is or should be. Unfortunately, right, we must not pretend that the problem of Stockholm syndrome is permanent. It's like genetically permanent with Nigerians, right? Where people are always like making new enemies. You know what I mean? Like making new enemies every time. And then you say, oh, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, kind of a thing. Being unable to keep grudges. You get what I mean? Like keep grudges. When people are supposed to be excommunicated, you excommunicate them, no matter how much they try to speak your language or pretend to be on your side. But never forget the time they were holding the whip as well, and they were whipping everyone that disagreed with them. So no amount of change or table turn, what have you, should sway you of that, should somehow suddenly make you feel like they are your friend. El-Rufai will never be anybody's friend. The most extremist, crooked jihadists to work the surface of that contraption. That is El-Rufai. And he doesn't hide it. He was the one who brought the idea of Muslim ticket in the first place. Don't ever forget that. So to him, religion is supreme. But he can hide all of that behind fancy words, good English language and all of that stuff. But if you have experienced the El-Rufai, the Kaduna Little Finger, and his reign, you will never be swayed by the sudden change of what have you. So yeah, it is between them now. Between El-Rufai and the thiefnubu, it's like the glove. The gloves are off, the masks are off. Everybody is no longer hiding it. So El-Rufai with Charles on Arise News yesterday was talking about everything, including his plan to join others in starting a new party together. Like they're going to have a new political party that will now challenge thiefnubu. So there was some truth in his, in that interview, which I'm going to share with us now. All right. But the part that I find quite hilarious, right, as much as insulting, is the part where he said the Yoruba Omoluabis, they are different from area boys, referring to thiefnubu as the area boy Agbero, right? He said the Yorubas, the Yoruba Omoluabis, they always have character. They have, competence. They have blah, blah, blah. Than the area boys that is picking up his own friends, not even Yorubas, like his own friends who are not from so representing the Yoruba states in Nigeria. So thiefnubu is picking his own old friend, old crooks. That's what he said. So Yorubas should not be punished for what thiefnubu is doing. So I think we should start from that. All right. K-Door, yes, I am fine. Oh, thank you very much. Let's go on and check on the El-Rufai's diatribe, El-Rufai's verbal diarrhea, and it should not be heading for this hero whatsoever. So let's start with this one.
Pointed out you were one of the founding members of the APC. I mean, recently you said the APC was originally established to combat corruption, rebuild the Nigerian economy, and enhance security. But you were quite clear that along the way, those goals have been abandoned. The APC, as I mentioned, is of course your party, so one presumes that you have the inside track on what's gone wrong and how it has come to this.
I don't know what has gone wrong. All I know is that a political party functions through internal democracy. When the organs of the party meet, okay, they give feedback to the government as to how it is doing, how it is aligning its output and efforts with the manifesto of the party. That's the purpose of having National Executive Committee meeting, which the APC Constitution requires must take place at least once a quarter. That's the purpose of having national caucus, so that other non-members of NEC, but experienced, former governors, former this and that, will come and give their views, what they are hearing on the street about the effectiveness of government policies vis-a-vis the promises the party made. In 2 years, the party has not met. So no one, to the best of my knowledge, no one has any inside track on what has gone wrong. In the last few months, I've been visiting the former national chairman of APC. I went to see Baba Akonde. I asked him the same question. I saw Adams Oshomole. I visited Chief John Oyegun. Yesterday, I went to Kefi to meet with Abdullahi Adamu. I am asking the same question. What is happening to our party? What has gone wrong? And nobody can say anything because the party has not met for 2 years. There has been no conversation about the alignment of government policies with the progressive values of the party. No conversation at all. I'm happy to learn through the grapevine that the party is finally going to have a national caucus meeting and NEC meeting. And I hope that will be discussed. The question you are asking should be asked in those two fora. And let's find out why has the party forgotten its founding values?
But of course, you, in spite of all that, I mean, clearly you sound deeply frustrated. Anybody who's watching you now can see that. You have said that you have no intention of leaving the APC, but you wanted it to change. I mean, and you're not seeing any signs of that change.
Yeah, well, first of all, I didn't say I have no intention of leaving the APC. I said that the APC is my party. I founded it.
Well, you did say that you didn't intend to leave. You said when you leave,
at that time,
you will retire, and that's it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't join any of it.
At that time, yes. But now, I'm not leaving the APC, Charles. The APC has left me. We founded that party based on certain values. The party has left, okay? I am stranded. I'm standing. The APC is there. I'm here. So to be very accurate, I'm not leaving the APC. The APC has already left me.
Right. Having left you,
yes.
What happens next?
Well, I'm not ready to retire from politics.
Right. So you're shopping around.
So sooner or later, you know, I may have to find another platform to pursue those progressive values that I believe in. If I can't find them in the APC, I hope that the APC will meet and correct its journey, and then maybe some of us can look at it again. But for now, there are many of us that cannot recognize the party. It is not what we worked hard to create.
And all this has nothing to do with your own personal ambition, political ambition. Because, I mean, to be a politician, you've got to point it out, you were one of the founding.
So El-Rufai said APC has left him. And he didn't say he won't leave APC, because he would, if we asked to, because he wants to remain in politics for life, he will remain a politician for life, and he might need to join others on another platform to achieve his own political objective. Okay, that's the first part. All right. Somebody asked, that's Jerry. Jerry asked if there is a way you can get to see me in Houston. Okay, Jerry, we were thinking of organizing a meet and greet. Unfortunately, time seems not to be on our side doing that, as we are already rounding up our stay. Yeah. So, and I get it, right? So if you have a chance of, if you are living in Houston, for example, if it's not going to be a burden, yeah, I can drop a line just before the end of this broadcast, okay, Jerry, and everyone else who might. And if you can have a means of reaching out to the African Wahala, by the way, especially on YouTube, if you can reach African Wahala, it would give you, you know, the direct contact on how we can, you know, just say hello. All right, Jerry. So thank you very much. So El-Rufai is not happy that his own party has not met in the last 2 years, which means that he is yet to understand. This is my own view now, or maybe he actually does understand, and that is why he's throwing everything into it right now. Okay, so maybe he's yet to understand that their APC Egbekegbe is the arrangement or coming together of estranged bedfellows, people who are sworn enemies on their part, but for their own common selfish interest, they decided to come together. All right, that's what gave birth to APC. Egbekegbe, remember, CPC of the bokohari, new PDP of Atiku and Saraki, ACN of this thiefnubu. What is that Okorocha's party again, by the way? Okorocha has one party back then. I can't remember the name. Anyway, Okorocha also joined them. They had about 6 political parties or 5 political parties. They call them legacy parties. They have formed APC. Egbekegbe. And when it was the turn of the CPC, which was the bokohari side, after they have both joined hands to chase out and pursue everything that has to do with Atikus and Sarakis in their new APC. So they chased them away back to their PDP. So it is now, and when it was the turn of the CPC, those who are the Lagos Abobaku, so those Oshogbu Alimajiris, right? They were in probably like, they were like fasting, you know, because it was the CPC guys that were running things. So now it is the ACN turn, and they told all of una at the time that this APCO is now thiefnubu's APC. They are now in charge, and they will do anything and everything as precedented by bokohari, because whatever these guys are doing right now, this impunity, this what do you call it, or this stuff that they are doing right now, this madness, they are foundation laid by bokohari successfully. So I think El-Rufai is yet to actually come to that term. That's my first impression, for him to be so upset that they have not called the general meeting of the APC in the last 2 years of thiefnubu. Then he went on to talk about how thiefnubu begged him that he is not mad because of ministerial appointment or whatever. No. He is only mad that the principle of APC is not being followed according to him. And then, and meanwhile, the principle of APC is that they came to steal, to destroy, which is to divide and destroy. And they came to kill. That's what APC, that's their mission statement. We came to steal, we came to destroy and divide, and then we came to kill. That's what they are. So whatever principle this madman is talking about, there's some reality checking that we need to do in that regard. But he went on to say, well, he is not upset, he's not mad because of political appointment, because of being minister. That he never wanted to even be minister. That thiefnubu begged him publicly, which is true. So he said he doesn't believe that the National Assembly rejected him. It was thiefnubu that rejected him. It was thiefnubu that, which in itself kind of like sounds like a motive for why El-Rufai is mad. It's like thiefnubu dangled the carrot and stick before him, and he went for the carrot. As he was about to grab the carrot, showing the desperation and intention of grabbing the carrot, they spank him, nakam akwaku. That's a motive to get mad, Like, I'll be mad. I go, you intentionally wanted to humiliate me, and you succeeded. Now I'm going to have back my pound of flesh. Then he also spoke about his own successor that he forced and rigged in as the governor of Kaduna State. He spoke about him, Uba Sani, right? Because that one is more or less like the Fubara of Wirewiki. Oh, they have this connection, Sha. So this guy foisted his longtime friend, Uba Sani, as the governor of Kaduna against the general wish of the people, and then Uba Sani decided to expose the corruption of El-Rufai as the governor, and he went on to kind of like undone many of the things that El-Rufai did, including stopping the disparity, the division between the Christians and Muslims in Kaduna. That was a state policy. If you are a Christian, about go to hell, except if you are privileged enough that they give you a political appointment to help them further suppress the Christians in Kaduna. No joke. So this Uba Sani is now like meeting with these people, having this general community, this and that, including them in their government and all that. And that is something that El-Rufai worked his ass off to achieve. Then expose the El-Rufai's corruption as well, which is the mismanagement, the looting of over 460 billion naira Kaduna money. The difference is that the difference between Uba Sani and Fubara right now is that Fubara is yet to avail us with the evidence of Wirewike's looting, which somehow makes their fight stupid, in my own opinion. You have all it takes right now. Just release the document and, see what thiefnubu is covering up for Wirewike. Here you get. So he spoke a lot, and here is another part of his lamentation, which mostly is about his failed ministerial appointment. El-Rufai.
Sure, he's elected. For me, the hierarchy of commitment is God, country, party.
Yeah, but he's president now.
Okay.
And he's going for a second term, probably.
He's going for
support him. in
I don't know.
2027?
I don't know. I will evaluate the situation at the time, and I will consult widely, because it's not, when I supported President Tinubu before the primaries, it was a decision that we took, the leaders of the APC took in Kaduna. Who would we support? Okay, we've succeeded in ensuring that power goes to the south, okay? And we know that all the northern candidates will go nowhere. Yahya Bello, Ahmed Long, we knew, all right? But among the southerners, who do we support? They know those that are my friends. Tinubu was not my friend. I was never close to him. But the consensus of the APC in Kaduna was that we should support Bola Tinubu because he is the one that is more likely to win. Because politicians make these calculations, all right? And I said, fine. You are the delegates. I was not a delegate. Go and vote for him if that's what you think. But before you do, the night of the convention, I will go and ask President Buhari, who does he want? Because APC Kaduna is Buhari's APC. It's not APC Katsina. Buhari lives more in Kaduna than Katsina. So I went to President Buhari that night. I said, the delegates are waiting for your final word, who to vote for. And he said, Malam, go and tell the Kaduna delegates from me to vote their conscience. And I went, I said, go and vote your conscience. And I left the convention ground. So I want to put things in perspective so that you understand. Now, once Bola Ahmed Tinubu became the candidate of my party, I'm a loyal party man. I care about the party. I'm not, for me, the party is not a platform. It's not something to eat from. It is a commitment to certain values. And I did my best to ensure that President Tinubu won the election. Now, in 2027, I'm going to consult the same people. We're going to take the same decision, which candidate to support and in which party.
But do you think, because you mentioned here that you were obviously driven by certain principles, one of them being that the presidency had to go to the south. Irrespective of who emerged as the person, it had to be a southerner. I mean, by that same token, are you going to support a southern president in 2027?
I cannot say that now.
No, but
okay. No, let me explain.
Following from the logic of your sort of
I'm
argument.
in a different position now.
Right.
In 2023, I was a governor. I was a state governor. And whatever decision we took must reflect the values of Ahmadu Bello, Aminu Kanu, Sakashmi Ibrahim, J.S. Taka, our leaders in the north that had a handshake across the Niger with our southern brothers and built trust. That was the duty imposed on me as a governor. I was not an ordinary person. I was the representative of late Sir Ahmadu Bello, Aminu Kanu, and so on. These were the values we were pursuing. It was not about personal interest. Now I'm a private citizen, okay? Now I'm not sure I will be in the APC in 2027. So I cannot answer that question. As a private citizen, I can afford to be reckless and say, you know what? We gave the Southerners their chance. They gave us Tinubu. Has he done well? If he hasn't done well by 2027, let's vote him out, okay? I would prefer that a Southerner succeeds Tinubu. But at the end of the day, in the party that I would be, whether it is APC or any other party, the calculation has to be who will win. And as I told you earlier, in Kaduna, when we looked at all the southern aspirants, our caucus said, look, Tinubu has the best chance of winning. Our party must win. Whatever the baggage he comes with, let's manage it after we win. It is the same way these decisions are taken. Now, in 2027, I will not be a governor. So I will not have the sort of clout that I had in 2023. But I'm just explaining this so that people understand that in those smoke-filled rooms where these political decisions are taken, hard political mathematics takes place in which you want to win. And the person that wins is the one that you go for. It doesn't matter where he comes from. It's the person that you think will win because your party should win the election. So I cannot answer that question now. It's a question that we'll have to look going forward.
Right. Okay, but let's assess.
Sure, he's elected.
El-Rufai making himself look so important. I mean, when you need people to drive a narrative in the Nigerian context, right? A sort of a political narrative. You send people like Hellrufai on the screen, on the TV, but politically, they do not really have that clout. And I'm happy he said that himself. Right now, what could have been his own political base in Kaduna is the one that is inherited by Uba Sani. Here you get now. But it doesn't really have that political clout whatsoever to change anything. As the Nigeria election is concerned, it can't really change anything. In a situation whereby the INEC write the result anyway, so it's not about your vote and what have you. So it doesn't, it's not in a position to make some of these assertions, or I don't know, like I don't know. It's just that I'm just feeling like, is it just me watching him? I'm like, this guy don't get this, get this kind of influence anymore. Like, yeah, as a state governor, you have the power, you have the resources to manipulate things, but you don't have that anymore. Other than your media presence, your TV appearances, apart from that, you are nothing. Then when you are dealing with somebody like Pablo Escobar, somebody who is organized crime leader himself, with all this power that he currently sort of possess. It's going to take more than just talk. And the guy is acting like, being clever by half. I don't know if you noticed that. He's making himself feel available by pointing out something that they can say, okay, that sounds good, that we've not had APC meeting all this while. Sure, you get now. And then on the other part, that I played a role, but I am being ignored. So, but I'm still here. I just wanted to know that I'm here. I'm not going to go to PDP. No, PDP. I'm going to go and form another party. I am still here for your catch. I don't know. It was giving me that kind of vibe, I don't think I'm just the only person, right? Anyway, it is El-Rufai, Then, like I said, he said more. Because of our time, let's fire that.
I've never, since I left office and the president begged me publicly to come and serve in his government, I had my plans, and I told President Tinubu from day one, when he asked me to support him, I said I would, but I don't want anything, okay? Because politics in Nigeria is always about what do I get for giving you support. I'm not in politics for that reason. I'm not in politics to get anything. I have a surname, I'm a self-made man, I have made my money before coming into public office. I don't need anything. After 8 years in Kaduna, I was nearly burnt out. I was struggling for 8 years, and I wanted to take a break, and I had my private plans. The president publicly appealed to me to put my plans on hold, and through 2 months of negotiation, we finally agreed that he would nominate me as minister, and there were certain conditions I attached to that. I think along the line, either the president changed his mind or something else, because please don't believe the story that the National Assembly rejected me. The National Assembly had nothing to do with this. The president didn't want me in his cabinet. He changed his mind. Whatever it is, frankly, I don't care. And I told him, and I moved on. And since I moved on, I've not said a word. I've not granted any interview. I've not commented on the government. But it is within my rights as a founding member of the APC, as one of the 34 people that signed the INEC form that got the party registered. It is within my rights to ask, why is my party not functioning?
Indeed.
And that's all. And so, I don't know if I've answered your question, but...
Well, to some extent you have, but I'm going to press you at Governor Uba Sani.
Look, Uba Sani has been my friend for many, many years, but he is not my friend anymore. Because for me, the word friendship is a very important concept. God gave us our relatives. He chose our relatives for us. We have no choice. But thank God we can choose our friends. And for me, a friend is someone that has some fidelity to some ethical and moral standards and will be there for you when you need him, not when there is time to party or enjoy. And I try to live that, okay? And those that are my friends know that I will be there for them when they need me, and I will rise and defend them. That's what I call friend. Uba Sani is not my friend. No, Ribadu is not my friend. They were my friends at some point, but not anymore, okay? As to what is happening in Kaduna, I don't comment on any job that I walked away from. I left BPE 22 years ago. I only went there to interview the DG for my PhD something, and then they came and interviewed me when they were doing a review of the privatization program. Since I left the FCT, I never went back there until my former classmate in Barewa, Mohammed Bello, became minister and wanted to see me repeatedly, so I decided to drive into his office. I don't comment with what I'm done with. So I won't comment about Kaduna. Those that say I am relevant or not relevant in Kaduna, I don't comment on that. Let us wait. In 2027, we will see who is relevant and who is not.
Well, under his watch, Uba Sani,
No.
and you've fulfilled those ambitions.
Actually, I've never had an ambition in politics. I got.
So you didn't want to be governor of?
I didn't want
State?
to be governor. Look, President Buhari, and you can ask him anytime, more or less forced me to run for governor of Kaduna State. I was afraid of running because I've never run for office. I am a worker, Charles. People go and run for office, and they have a difficult assignment, and they get people like me who get it done. Myself, Ngozi, Obi, we are not people that will stand on a podium and tell people to vote for us. We are not like that. That's not our training. That's not our inclination. But after we formed the APC, and I was in the National Executive Committee, I was Deputy National Secretary, and we are preparing for the 2015 elections, President Buhari called me and said, go and run for governor. I said, no, sir. I'm not, I don't have those skill sets. My skill sets are technocratic. He said, no, go. We had 3 conversations before I accepted.
And now that you've run,
yeah.
You've been bitten by the bug, have you?
Well, I've been bitten by the bug in 2 respects. I will remain in politics for life, all right? But that does not mean I will be contesting elections or something. Yeah, I will remain in politics because I believe that I have to influence what happens in our party so that we have better quality candidates and governors. That's all. So I'm 65. I'm not yet ready to retire in politics. I intend to remain in politics. So sooner or later, if APC doesn't sort itself out and come back to those progressive values that I stand for and where I'm standing, I will find another platform that has similar values and move on.
Well, talking about the possibility of another platform, I mean, more recently you've been seen in the company of top opposition figures. Yeah. You've been reported to be in some sort of political discussion with them. I mean, could you sort of enlighten us as to what is going on there? No plans to join the PDP or the SDP or any other party? Discussions underway, possibly?
Okay. You know, first of all, I think it should be clear that the fact that I'm in the APC doesn't mean that I cannot visit a friend of mine who is in the PDP or SDP, okay? So anytime I visit anyone that is not APC, say, oh, he's thinking of leaving the party. In fact, about 2 months ago, one character in Kaduna posted on his Facebook page that I've collected PDP membership card in my ward. It was totally untrue. When I visited my brother and friend Shehu Gabam at the SDP headquarters, oh, he has joined the SDP. Again, not true. I don't know where I will end up if the APC doesn't come back to where we started. But one thing I can tell you for sure is that PDP is not a party that I will go to, ever. Okay?
Right.
I have thought about that. I've decided that long ago, and nothing has changed. In fact, if anything, PDP has gotten worse.
Right.
So I can tell you, rule out PDP. I met with PDP leadership in Kaduna a couple of days ago. The state leadership of the party came to see me, and I will meet with them. You know, look, I'm a public figure in my state and at my age, and based on the responsibilities I have held, I am a leader of some sort. And if people say they want to see me, I'm not going to say you're PDP, I won't see you, or you're SDP, or I'll only meet with APC people. It is my duty to meet with everyone. It's my duty to guide and mentor young people across partisan divides. So I meet with people, but the moment I meet with anyone, everything is reduced to politics. But PDP, no. I've never, since I left office.
El-Rufai, whinging old terrorists. That's who he is. He's whinging. He's, it's like this disgruntled, like a disgruntled fellow. I don't want to say woman, disgruntled fellow who will continue to kind of like talk, lament, and all that. He never begged for anything. He never wanted to contest election. It was bokohari. He never wanted to be a minister. It was thiefnubu that begged him. Only for thiefnubu to now sort of humiliate him. And in that regard, he has now found, even though he once said that if he leaves APC, he will retire from politics, and that's him. Now, he said that was then. This is now. So I am going to remain in politics for life. And if APC doesn't come back to his foundational, what do you call it, ethos or what have you, then he would have to team up with others to save Nigeria. Uba Sani was my friend. So was ribadumb. He has something to say about ribadumb as well. According to Hellrufai, who actually started his political crisscrossing, maneuvering a couple of months back. Now, El-Rufai is saying that the target on his back, the plan to arrest him, to charge him for treason, is being put together by ribadumb. That it was, in fact, ribadumb that wrote the security report that got the National Assembly to reject him as a minister. He said ribadumb is removing every northern threat to his presidential ambition in 2031. And he has failed. That's why he said he has failed. That ribadumb want to be, they said thiefnubu has promised ribadumb will be your next Presidiocy in 2031. And ribadumb is kind of carrying himself like that right now in northern Nigeria. It's like, like anointed prince who is waiting for, the coronation day to be king, 2031. So, but the part of his interview that, I don't know, like, it's quite funny, and also insulting as well. Funny in the sense that he said the Yoruba Omoluabis are different from area boys. That the Yoruba Omoluabis, they have characters, okay? They have something to actually protect than an area boy, referring to thiefnubu, who doesn't keep to his pledges or his what have you. Remember that it was thiefnubu that actually said it's during I think it was during their campaign, was it? No, it wasn't through their campaign. I think they invited him after the charade election to Kaduna, and thiefnubu had this to say to in their Counterfeit, it's called.
Dear brother Nasir, make a promise. We won't let you run away from the country. That's the only way I will leave this podium. Where is the promise? You make the promise.
I promise.
Okay. Thank you.
Where is the promise? I promise. Thank you. Thank you. So that's how thiefnubu played it. And it can be annoying as well, like for real. Say, me, area boy can't play me like this. thiefnubu is now the area. thiefnubu. So it is insulting because when the genuine Yorubas, when they spoke out, I said, this drug dealer, this drug baron, this Jagawiri, the Jagabanditi does not represent the Yoruba. It's never a character that a Yoruba will present in in a leadership contest ever. So now use blackmail. They call them Omoali. Now you are back and you're saying the Yoruba Omoluabi have characters, they have this and that. So thiefnubu no get on because thiefnubu not thug. Area boy.
But there's a difference even in Yoruba land between an Omoluabi, okay, who is the ideal Yoruba person with morals and character, and an area boy. Okay, so I want people to stop saying it's Southwest. Look, President Tinubu is appointing his own boys. Not because they are Yoruba, but because they are his own boys. And most of the appointments do not even reasonably cover the Southwest. Okay, so people should stop confusing the two. The appointments are not balanced. Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Right.
But there's a difference even in Yoruba land between an Omoluabi, okay, who is the ideal Yoruba person with morals and character. And
morals and character. You know, Yoruba land is a land of, Omoluabis. But it is unfortunate that, like other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, we are also not allowed to present our best. That is why you have the worst of the worst representing the people in that contraption, the worst of the worst. So we are also affected by that pause of bringing the dredge of your society and crowning them. It's like crowning the clowns. So you are never going to have a king. You are going to have a circus. But coming from El-Rufai, Kaduna little finger, to Fiakwa. As they will say, like that. That's how you have to pray. When somebody like El-Rufai becomes your motivational speaker, who is now, motivating you and say, yeah, because we have been somehow like a shortchanged. We have been denied opportunity of seeing good people in leadership, but horrible people, horrible humans in position of leadership, whose effects or their effects of their wickedness sort of lingers. It's unfortunate. So when you see El-Rufai, you have to rebuke it and say, I reject it in the name of Amadioa. For real. But anyway, he's also right. It's just unfortunate that he contributed hugely to the emergence of thiefnubu, and right now he is so angry, he is so upset, and he can see clearly now what he couldn't see under bokohari, that Nigeria is done for, and Nigeria needed to be rescued by a man that was the pioneer chairman of the Nigeria Operation Safe Corridor. You know about that, right? Operation Safe Corridor, where terrorists are are claimed to have been rehabilitated, while criminality, terrorism continue to escalate in that contraption. That's the champion for that. El-Rufai, Kaduna Little Finger. So they had to send Ona-ofun-nuga to him. Say, Ona-ofun-nuga, what do you say about this El-Rufai's, diatribe, about these vituperations and all of that? And as usual, the 75-year-old special advisor to thiefnubu on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok matters, Bayo Ona-ofun-nuga, was on channels this morning, right? Responding to El-Rufai's rage. No, not rage. El-Rufai's bombshell. I don't know. Call it whatever. Here.
Quickly, looks like is no longer an ally. What is happening with former governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai? I mean, he's granted an interview very recently where he's talked about how he was rejected at the National Assembly, and he says that it wasn't the National Assembly that rejected him. It was the president.
Well, I think as a person, I think I will pity former governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai.
Pity.
It feels odd that he was not made a minister. I think it's a long time now. The ministers he came in August 2023. I think it's time for him to move on. You cannot continue to behave like a child, as if somebody stole your bread and things like that, and then you are crying over spilled milk, as we say. It's natural for him to feel hurt. It's natural for him to feel bad that he's been excluded. And I think as the president acknowledged in the recent birthday tribute to him, Nasiru actually helped a lot in installing President Tinubu. And if he's not there, it doesn't mean that he must bring down the roof.
No, but clearly something has gone wrong in their relationship. What has happened?
The president has not had the most against Nasiru. I said Nasiru feels naturally hurt that he has been excluded. And that's why he's going about everywhere campaigning against the president and so on. It shows a man who resented being left out of the moving train, and he will not let go. But my advice to him, as a brother, as a former governor, should just appeal to him that he should forget it. If he's not made a minister, he's been in public service since 1999.
You think this is about him being made a minister? Do you think this is about him being made a minister?
I think it started from there. The hurt came from there.
Yes, but
the father was not made a minister. That's why you can see what he's been saying. Even yesterday, in an interview with Arise TV, he made mention of this, saying that it was the president that blocked him and things like that.
But clearly, he is also dissatisfied with how the government has been run, as are many Nigerians.
I think that's his own opinion. Whatever opinion he has about government is personal to him. It does not. It may not. To me, it doesn't reflect reality. This government inherited a lot of problems, and if you look at the figures and everything what we are witnessing, things are getting better. We are certainly not where we were in 2023. This government, this administration, has done a lot of things to re-engineer the economy, and we are seeing the figures. We are seeing the positive figures. We are seeing inflation coming down. We are seeing foreign exchange reserve growing. We are seeing so many positive things.
We're seeing inflation coming down because inflation numbers, I mean, the GDP was rebased. We saw that.
The GDP has not even been rebased. I'm not even talking about what the MB...
Quickly, looks like it's no longer...
Ona-ofun-nuga. That's somebody who is working for government too. That he had to be talking like somebody who is probably like a visitor in that government. But the part where, I mean, that's their own, I mean, I believe that's going to be their own selling point, punch back of, comeback. The reason why El-Rufai is everywhere right now is because he was not made a minister. So no matter what El-Rufai had to say, the likes of Ona-ofun-nuga and Koolu, they will just have to remind you that, oh, do you think if he was a minister, he will be saying that? And the answer is going to be no, he won't. In fact, El-Rufai may even take it upon himself, right, to begin to go after everyone that dares to comfort Tinubu's regime. I mean, I can bet that, right? But it is what it is. So once they are kicked out of the dining room and they are no longer invited to the table, they suddenly loves you, fortunately. So that's their own comeback. The comeback is, oh, don't listen to him. All these things that he's doing them because, he was not made a minister. While El-Rufai on his own part believes that, don't worry, we'll see who is popular, who is not popular. We'll see who is this or who is that, and all of that against thiefnubu. But here is the point, though. The likes of El-Rufai, in my own opinion, right, they kind of overrate themselves. And it is same, it is also same with those, same for those who are in government in their regime right now. They themselves, because they are inside, all right, to them, right, they are these powerful people. But the moment they are taken out of that power, all right, they become nothing. Because what you have, the power you have in Nigeria, in your Nigerian system, right, lies in whoever is your presidiot in that contraption. And the way he chooses to use that power. It was under Bokohari that people now realize that, Baba, do whatever you can, kill Nigerians, do whatever you want to do. As the presidiot of that contraption, you will be held, nobody will hold you responsible for anything. That's exactly what Bokohari did, and that's how much power that is in the hand of somebody who is your presidiot in that place. They can order the killings, they can order the shooting, massacre of people. The following day, if he goes to Kano, you are still going to see crowd in Kano. If he goes to Lagos, you are still going to see crowd in Lagos to welcome him. That is what power is in that contraption. So the power is now in the hand of somebody who has been loitering around that seat of power for decades. Now he's holding the power right now. So somebody like yourself who is not a state, even if you are a state governor, right? In the old settings, now that you are outside that circle, right? You are just overrating yourself. Number one, there's not going to be any election in Nigeria under this thiefnubu Egbagbe. Because what you are going to get is the same. Write the results, pretend that you want to have election. People will begin to tell you how it changed your lives, how if not for him, things would have been worse for you. Just same way they did under Bokohari, they will do it worse under thiefnubu. And under thiefnubu, those of you who disagree, you are free, go and disagree. Maybe they will pick 1, 2, or 3 of you to use as scapegoats and all that, but it doesn't really matter. You can disagree with us. The next day, they are going to declare landslide victory for themselves. And if you disagree, then go to court. But which court? I mean, they've succeeded in making it almost like unattractive now to say you want to go to court against these criminals. It's a waste of time, waste of resources, and even waste of life. So under thiefnubu, you won't have any election. It is normal for people to be rating themselves the way they are carrying themselves. Like, here you get, if all of us, man, El-Rufai and Atiku have now together. Peter Obi and the Atiku have met together. We'll make all of them match together. All of them. There will be no election. What you are going to have is just a mere, like a mere ritual where people will gather here and say they are voting. Gather there, they say they are voting. And before you even finish your voting, the result is out already. They tell you that thiefnubu is leading by 70%. So what are you going to do? Are you going to actually eat the streets? In what manner? And like, oh, we want our bandit, or you are going to actually start a revolt. Okay, maybe that can be plausible, and that is just something that is likely never going to happen. And for many reasons, okay, for many factors. You are divided. A lot of you are pretty much like concerned now about where is your next meal is going to come from and all of that. So you don't want to, I don't want to die and all that. You still have that mentality and all that. So yeah, that is the reality. It is not reverse psychology. It's not trying to play with your mind. It is the truth. The truth that some people feels like, oh, forget it. When we show him, you will show nada. You will show nothing. You know, the way they have actually divided that your, what do you call it? Your northern influence as well, which is also gone. You know, I mean, people protested for 10 days about thiefnubu no blink. They killed over 200 people for in-part governance protest. About nothing happened. And this is this was northern part of Nigeria. Somewhere that people will think, if thiefnubu try it, they will try do what? Nothing. So it's not just reverse psychology. It is just the reality that some people don't want to believe. So what would take thiefnubu out of that place is it must be something that must also destroy APC completely. You get now? Like APC has to be completely neutralized and kicked out of that power, and the conversation around whether we still want to be the same country or not should suffer, should actually start right away. May everybody go their separate ways as it's supposed to be, you know. But if you are thinking of any gathering of removing thiefnubu, replacing him with who, so it's not going to happen. Election, no fit remove him. Oh, this is your protest. Soli, no fit remove him. So what will remove him will have to be what will remove the entire system. Something that will actually like neutralize the entire system, decentralize the entire system, and possibly give controls back to the people themselves. If you are thinking of removing thiefnubu like this, man, you don't understand the kind of power they have. They build around whoever is the president of that contraption. And this drug lord knows it. thiefnubu knows it. And he will replicate what he did in Lagos comfortably. As long as the price is right, it's going to have his way. You know, it's going to have his way. And you can tell that he's not worried about all those threat of if the North come together, if the North join hands to Kineko, you can, but your belief that if the North and South come together, opposition come together, we remove thiefnubu is all thiefnubu needs. That's all it needs. So that means you are all going to participate in the 2027 charade, Abi. That's good. So you cannot participate in the 2027 charade. Can't they complain later, say they rig you? They will say that because you lose. And because you've lost, you won't cause problem. Where they are playing their tribal, ethnic, religious politics, Abi. You know the drill now. So last, everybody could just say, yeah, maybe we'll go to court. The same cycle again. So if you have participated, you can no longer say you have been cheated and say you want to shut down it. You know fit. That's why I said that those who are claiming to want to rescue you from this madman, apart from the fact that they are strange bedfellows themselves, all right, you can tell that you know, they do not really have, they don't have what it takes, so to say they want to remove this thiefnubu. Not in that manner, you know. Anyway, Mo will leave El-Rufai and these guys for now, okay? And listen to the personal story of this guy. I say he's a soldier. I believe he is a soldier. And he is there to call out the Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, in his words.
I don't already know. I'm going. Yes, I'm going. So, Chief of Defense Staff, I come ask you this question. me personally, I can't ask you this question. Like CDS. Okay, CDS, you go say you don't know, say now people they sponsor those people. If not because they deny you this visa now, nobody go know as all those Western countries now they sponsor Boko Haram. Nobody go know. If to say they grant you that visa as you go that Canada now, you go lock up, you know go talk anything, nobody go know how they take the sponsor this thing. It has come to the end. Now our prayer they work, and our God let them why they deny you that visa as their secret exposed. And we go continue to pray now, so they go start to deny on a visa one by one, so that all the secret of this country of people that they are supporting all those bad people go exposed. We don't do die too much. We don't do die. We're gonna make this country sweet for us. Okay, even though now wrong come out, we're gonna make the country sweet. We're gonna make the country sweet, so that if on our wrong, we're gonna wrong they go. We say we no go wrong, go anywhere. We go there for the country. We go there enjoy our life. Nigeria, on a go see this video and I no go talk. On a go see this video and I no go talk. Now wait till they pay me with this country for this. I see where many people they talk say this one, that one. Even soldier, other rank like me, they criticize, say waiting I talk, no good. Why I go call CDS? See, if on a no, we gonna know. Some people don't already know where did they go. Some people never know where did they go. That's why I say this life, plenty of us will still be a fool. Plenty will still be a fool. I don't already know say they will come carry me. So no be today. I don't know. But wait till they pay me with even the other rank like me, but go 44, go see how many soldiers injured. We be say now then they treat themselves with their money. Where government no they do anything. Where they from get the injury? But first they talk now. Wait till I know if you open mouth talk. First they don't come talk for now. Now go they talk. No, I no still forget to those people where they injured, where they Kaduna now soldier like us, now them be. Now soldier like us, now them be. If you ever think say this talk when I talk now, one can bad thing, no worry. That will happen to them, go happen to you. Go Kaduna, or may go 7 days. May you see how many soldiers we get injured since 2021. They still did there till today. And now then they still they treat themselves with their money. And no plenty people, no be one, no be two. We be saying now then they treat themselves with their money. Okay, no be from the military, then they get the injury. I been at their papa house, now they now injury go meet them. I been at for their papa house, then they now mice go meet them. No be from this country, now they say they won't defend where they get that injury. Why government can't pay them? Why government no fit treat them? Person get injury for this country, government no fit treat them. Any other rank we see this video, we talk, everything that they talk na nonsense. You shall never better for that person. Even you will be say you go so retire for this work. And we don't have plan for you. If you don't know me, you know. They don't get plan for us, we be other rank. Bros, go 44. If you don't get mind, you go cry. Go 70. If you don't get mind, you go cry. Okay, those who are no be human be born them. Now from 3 they from command them back. Because all of us know be life now we get. Go down 44, go count the amount of soldiers we did there. You go know say this pain when they pay me like this, no be ordinary pain. So no be person born them, no be person picking them be, no be person papa them be, no be person father na them be, but no be person your husband. No Allah it clear. It clear. Mona remember say what happen to first person go happen to second person. Now so it be. Now Monday morning now I do this one again. Make una don't come carry me. Una come carry me. I don't already know where una go carry me go, bro. So I know the fear because if una still kill me, you go still sweet me. Say I talk. I know day for the people if you say una they do that bad thing. Yes. Yes. If CDS where they talk say in good, say in talk say in good, all those soldiers where they there, why you not tell government, make government do better thing for them? Now to just go snap pictures, snap all those ones be say you don't heal. Then get person will be say you did there till now, you no get leg, you no get hand, and he's still there. Despite like that, now still they carry money, they treat himself. He still they carry money, they treat himself. When they talk, say they go dismiss you. You know be soldier, you know be this one. I gotta go for dismiss than for me to get that injury to the treat myself for this country. Yes, I got a day with dismiss than for me to do this system. They would that kind injury make I just treat myself. Because me I believe say even the person who go give order say kill that boy. One day one time him too go test that dead. So I'm not scared. Plenty of my mates don't die. Now me better pass them. Plenty of my mates they injured today. They still they pray for government to look their side. If no be person to come outside and talk, who be the big man for this country? We go say one come fight for other rank. Who be the big man for this military? We go say in go fight for other rank. Who be that person? But now that useless mentality where they impact in our brain, now still they make us still they fool ourselves. You they fear that you don't need problem, and they fear that I don't need problem. That is now waiting make this country still the inside problem be that. If they like, if the country like make it by that will not concern me. But you see, my fellow friendly forces will be say they enjoyed. Now then they treat themselves with their money. That's why I say government no they pay anything. That one pay me. If I because of that one leave this job, you know worry me at all, I swear. You no worry me at all. You no worry me. If I say you ever worry me, I lie for you. Even today like this, if I close my eye, may I no open them again. I still thank God. I don't talk with it in my mind. Yes. And anybody will go see this video, will go say that boy they talk nonsense. I leave you with waiting I believe. If na nonsense now they talk, I they pray for the day we be say better injure. Go meet you, we go meet those people for 44. They go tell you welcome. You go know the kind of pain we people they face for this country. We be say other rank no fit talk. Person go suffer for this work for 35 years. Nothing for you. You go suffer from day 1 to 35 years. Nothing for you as the other rank. You go suffer finish. No wahala now. It clear. Me, I don't already know. I'm going. Yes, I'm going, but I'm so very proud to the word. I'm going with the word that I said. Yes. I no go thief where they arrest me. I no go fuck person wife where they arrest me. I no go do anything where they say they go say they do this one. I said the truth. When they call silence me today now, I thank God. Yes. As I did like this now, they don't come carry me. They don't come carry me. I know after this video, nobody will see any video again because I voice out. Now they'll come carry me. Make I no remember that thing where happened to Siman Abbas, how they take carry and go hide for somewhere. Now like this now, and I'm very sure say as they can't carry me like this now, somewhere don't go carry me, go where be say my people no go ever see me again in life. If they like me to come carry me, go kill me. Everywhere clear. That person will go kill me, make it no die. Oh. That person will go kill me, make it no die. If I see this video, Mona share them, make it go viral, make it reach my people. Make my people know the kind of things we may they pass through. It's clear. I made the whole world know, say, they don't touch who they not supposed to touch. That's how it be.
Yeah, well, bro. That's a Nigerian soldier that used the social media to express his frustration, and not just his personal frustration, but his frustration for other soldiers who they call the rank El-Rufai. It is true if you go to the military hospitals in Nigeria, Baba, even though they will say, yes, these injured soldiers, they are paying for their medical treatment, but it's subsidized. They are not paying for everything. They will say that I've had an interaction around this before. But Baba, you get injured, no leg. Baba, if you go to the military hospitals, right, in Nigeria, you will see some of them, no legs, no hands, no nothing. And you just be like, Baba, man, damn, you lost your 2 legs for Nigeria. Damn. You lost your 2 hands, bro, man. Damn. But look at the condition where you are living in. Look, you know. Ah, man, can you hear my back, Mosha? Eh? Imagine you lose your leg and land for Nigeria. This Nigeria. Ah. More. Just like a waste of sacrifice. So, in my own opinion, it's like a waste of sacrifice. You need to see these guys. See, listen, this is not an emotional thing at all, okay? You need to see these guys. Go to the military hospitals in Nigeria. And you will never wish, okay, like you will never wish that on anybody, right? So I met with Ahmed last week when Ahmed came to see me in my hotel here, right? And the guy is like this huge, right? He got this military, his military uniform and the hat, and then this dark sunshade and all that was like. And we started talking about his job. He's spoken about his job on this platform many times. Ahmed used to be a Nigerian soldier. Yeah, he used to be in the Nigerian army before he decided to quit and then left Nigeria. And today he's, he's in active service of the United States of American Army, US Army right now. And then we're talking about some of his own friends who are still in the army in Nigeria and those who are not in the army, and then himself and all that. I was talking about how he's been injured and is getting that treatment and he's going to get this scan, and that will determine if he's going to be going to the front line again or not. That kind of conversation that I said, Ahmed, this is the reason why you hear bomb in that place. You go see bomb, brother, boom, and then you see American soldiers, they'll be running towards the bomb instead of them to be running away from bomb. I said, Baba, with all this whole package, this arrangement for an average American soldier, Baba, if they throw bomb for that place, they become a style of bomb. You don't understand. Like, something is motivating you. You are making sacrifice, and you know that even if you have to die in the process of that, you are sacrificing for the safety and peace of those that you are leaving behind. And when I say safety and peace in all ramification, so you're able to, if they are throwing bomb or more, yourself go run, enter the fire, say, give me two, give me two, give me three, give me three. Direct, say, inside bomb, no joke. For Nigeria, which kind of mistake in this world will make you go die for Nigeria? You can't die wrongfully. You die wrongfully. And you need to see those guys, honestly. Like, it's unbelievable. So this guy is calling on the Nigerian army to pay attention to these guys. These guys sacrificed a lot. You know what I mean? Like, they shouldn't be living like this. Unfortunately, he is afraid that he will be arrested, which is what eventually happened. They arrested him for calling out the chief of defense staff, and they took him to God knows where. And like he said, we may never hear from him again, but hopefully we will hear from him again, right? So last weekend, rather, it was on Friday, was it? When Natasha and Akpabio had their face-off, right? So Akpabio has suspended Natasha, and it is because of the sitting arrangement, kind of. So right now, the majority leader, I think that's what they give Okpeyewon, right? So they had to deliberate on this and demanded for more punishment for Natasha for disrespecting Akpabio in his own motion.
You have a vote of confidence as a Senate, because this is not about you. This is about us as an institution. This is about our rules and procedure, our practices and convention, and parliamentary tradition that we are sustaining in this place.
You just said something now. Please, yes. Just a minute. Those in support of the statement of the leader that the Senate President has the support and the love of the entire 10 Senate, say aye. Aye. And those against say nay. The ayes have it. So the Senate leader, whatever you say, is from the pulpit.
Well, thank you.
Continue.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, the reason I'm standing up to speak at this time, early enough, is that there is no one of our colleagues here who does not have an opinion on this issue. Whether they even speak out or not, everybody has an opinion. But we are all united on one thing. Our rules must be respected. Because that is what binds us together. People who serve for 8 years as governor, chief executive in states, people who serve as honorable ministers of this federal republic, and they will still go to the nooks and crannies of their villages and constituencies to go and contest election, to come to this hallowed chamber. It is because there is something about the Senate. And under our watch, we are not going to allow this institution to be discredited. We are not going to leave behind, for those coming after us, an institution that is any weaker than what we inherited. So when it comes to protecting the integrity and credibility of this institution, no one takes it for granted. Let me also make it clear to members of public that the whole simi ulabalu about one of our colleagues, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, being asked to move to another seat, is nothing that has to do with gender, is nothing that has to do with hatred, is nothing that has to do with any form of malice. For the record, let me say again, distinguished Senator Adamu Alero, who had been governor for 8 years, who had been honorable minister, and who is one of the most ranking senators in this Senate today, was asked to move his seat. And he didn't make any issue out of it. We had a reason to change the seat of His Excellency distinguished Senator Aminu Waziri Tambuwa. He didn't make any issue out of it. Senator Jarigbe, we had a reason to move his seat. He didn't make an issue. Senator Wadada, we moved his seat. He didn't make an issue out of it. That's on the minority side. On the majority side, we had reasons to move the seat, change the seats of the likes of Senator Wamako, obviously one of the most ranking senators here, two-time governor before. He didn't make any issue. Senator Olamilekan will change his seat. Senator, that's the chairman of appropriation. Senator Adetokunbo Abiru will change his, and several other people here. And the part of the reason that necessitated our recent decision to change seat was because at least 3 people, 3 distinguished colleagues, had moved from the minority aisle to the majority aisle. First was distinguished Senator Ifeanyi Uba of blessed memory. And then Senator Ezenwa Francis Oyewuchi moved. And then lately, distinguished Senator Ned Nwoko moved. All of this necessitated a change in our seating arrangement because we needed to readjust. Of course, I understood why distinguished Senator Adaramodu would be concerned. He's our image maker, he's our spokesperson. And most of all listened to the interview that distinguished Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan granted unbarricaded. She exercised her right to speak. But the question was about the contents of what she said, whether it was the truth or not. Sir, we have a committee that is in charge of how much of a strength of character we display as elected members of this Senate. How much of respect to the rules of this Senate that we display. That is the Committee on Ethics, Privileges, and Public Petition. That committee has a responsibility not only to investigate whatever alleged, refusal to obey our rules or display of lack of strength of character, but the committee also has a responsibility to ensure that the privileges of the affected senator are also protected. And it is important that rather than all sitting here to debate this issue, that we just allow this matter most respectfully.
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government were highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people approving. People should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to foreseen circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily pay, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the lockdown is the best solution to coronavirus, and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in hunger, because some people will be at indoor.
Àsìkò òǹgbẹ lọ́tún lósì ẹ̀mí ò sì káàrẹ̀ Jagaban Karim.
Jagaban Karim. Anyway, the vote of confidence was passed on Akpabio, and they went further in punishing Natasha. Natasha is believed to have violated the unforgivable section of their house rule, and it was deliberate. So to serve as a deterrent to others, Akpabio and others, others moved the motion. Akpabio stamped it like this one.
So let me refer you to section 66 of our rule book. Section 66, subsection 1. It says, the President of the Senate or the chairman, maybe while sitting as chairman of Committee of the Whole, after having called the attention of the Senate or of the committee to the conduct of a senator who persists in irrelevance or tedious repetition, either of his own arguments or of the argument used by other senators in debate, may direct him to discontinue his speech. So even when you are talking, the Senate President has a right to ask you to discontinue your speech. And then section 66(2) says, if such a senator refuses to resume his or her seat, this is the first time the rule book is even referring to her, the President of the Senate, or in the case of sitting as chairman of Committee of the Whole, shall order such a senator whose conduct is grossly disorderly to withdraw immediately from the Senate during the remainder of that day's sitting. The President of the Senate shall order such a senator to withdraw in the event that he views her conduct or his conduct to be disorderly for the remainder of that day's sitting. And the Sergeant at Arms shall act on such orders, or he may receive from the chair in pursuance of this order. All the Senate President will do is to order that senator to stop talking. And if that senator persists, then the Senate President will now say, withdraw for the remainder of the day. Please leave the chambers. And then he doesn't even need to call on the Sergeant at Arms. It is the job of the Sergeant at Arms to immediately enforce that order. The President of the Senate shall allocate a seat to each senator. Sub 2 says, a senator may only speak from the seat allocated to him, provided that the President of the Senate may change that allocation from time to time. It's not me that made these rules. So even without giving reason of defection, decampment, or anything, the Senate President can observe, as they are calling me in the social media, headmaster. The headmaster can observe that two senators are too close and they are always discussing. And it says, in order to ensure they stand too close to Sahabiyao, you move to this other seat. And it must be obeyed. So let me refer you to section 6.
So that's Akpabio explaining his power as the rule book of their Senate, the Nigerian senators' rule book, dictated. So therefore, Natasha will be suspended for 6 months without pay until she comes back to their level as they have now prescribed, you know. Same thing also is happening, well, maybe not same, it's pretty much worse because they killed people in Osun State, where APC, Egbekegbe versus the PDP. You know the story, right? But here is the long speech given by the Solomon Kende Ibadan, as well as the Governor Ade Jackson, you know, Governor Ajogbafida of Osun, you know, the thiefnubu's nephew, which is that Oletola. Now, Oletola, who is the Minister for Marine Spirits, all right, and water spirit and all other spirit like that. So Oletola is angling to come back as the governor of Osun next year. However, Governor Ade Jackson wants to also come back for second term. So the appeal court that ruled that the APC, Egbekegbe chairman, should be returned back to the office is, okay, they didn't rule. Okay, just struck out at the appeal of Governor Ajogba Fida, you know. Anyway, the wala since then. The problem right now is Governor Ade Jackson has managed to take control of these local government areas because there's been no skirmishes, there's been no fights or what have you in the last couple of days. And he has also conducted his own local government elections. He sworn them in as well. And he told them to go back to the local government areas, which I have not seen any form of resistance, okay? So wherever he's playing out, right? The first person to tell these guys to go back to court and ask court to come and, you know, execute that judgment, if there is any judgment. It was a Solomon Kende Ibadan in his words.
I'll just make a small comment, but let me first and foremost congratulate the newly minted chairman and chairperson and vice chairman and chairpersons of all the 30 local government areas of Osun State. Congratulations. Don't forget the promises you made to the people during your campaign. This is an opportunity for you to deliver goodies to our people at the grassroots level. And my prayer is with the support of your governor and the state government, you will deliver. And some of you, this will be your stepping stone to higher positions, because the reward for hard work and for delivery is more work. So more work will come. Myself and the chairman of PDP Governors Forum, we decided to come here to witness this momentous occasion and to solidarize with the government and the people of Osun State. Thank you. Not too long ago, about a week and a half. We were in Lagos for the PDP for Southwest Governors Forum meeting. We were not of the same party. We had PDP governors from the Southwest. We also had APC governors from the Southwest. We came together in the interest of our people, in the interest of our zone, to tackle those problems that are common to us. And our expectation is we'll have the support all the way to the top. Because what's the essence of governance, if not to deliver goodies to the people in our various states and in our various zones? So when the event started unfolding here, to the extent that lives were lost, we felt we should come around and sound a warning. We're all students of history. We know what we went through when the Southwest was wild, wild west. We do not want wild, wild west. They should stay away from this zone.
Thank you.
We just want to peacefully deliver dividends to our people. And nobody should resort to self-help. Even if you have court judgments, there's a process. Let the process go through. You cannot, because you have so-called federal might.
Thank you, sir. Wow. Thank you.
You want to truncate the process.
That was Solomon Kende Ibadan. But Governor Ajogbafida himself, right, at the Jackson, also delivered the paper, which I just want to leave in this, in this convo. Nice one. Oshifeso, brother, your comments, which I highlighted earlier, all right, said, hope you are enjoying Houston. When are you having the, when are you having the meet and greet? For my Houston-based followers, I think I answered that earlier. Festus, we do not have all the time anymore. Assuming that I'm so sorry though, right? Like assuming that we've planned it ahead, people would have heard about it and people would have so I don't think we can do the meet and greet anymore. I don't, but we can meet and greet though. If you are in Houston, we can meet and greet. It's just that I kind of love it, right? That when we came in, we had a chance of, getting a car, all right? And I've been driving to everywhere, right? In the last couple of days, to the point that it now feels more like we are back in Glasgow, right? Where you can just say, okay, I want to go and pick up food. I want to go and pick up something from the shop, or we're going to Walmart, or we're going to Target, or what have you. And I'll just jump into the car, like just back forth like that. So that makes it almost impossible for people to be able to meet with me at the hotel. And it's one nice, fancy hotel like that that makes it feels like home, right? So people come around. There's a very kind of like nice reception at the lobby. So where we can say hello, hi. In my own opinion, or sure you get if you are in Houston. Or again, I just don't want to drop that in the public like that, okay? I know some of you always have your interaction in the comment section on YouTube, so you can speak to the African Wahala. So if African Wahala feels like he's, make contact with you and all that, then he's going to reach out to me where I can be very much aware of anyone who wants to come and say hello. You know, we're supposed to have a big hall, right? Or even a small hall and do the meet and greet. But I just feel like it is too late to put that together now because we'll be going back to Glasgow this weekend. And that simply means that everybody is back to work, you know. I don't know, because I don't want to do a meet and greet that you only have just 5 people. That won't be fun. So I want something that people are aware of, premeditated, and people are going to be around, in my own opinion. So firstly, if you can talk to the African Wahala, there is a chance that we can always make an arrangement to say hello. So I've met with a few people here. I met with Ahmed, you know, especially Ahmed. And Yomi Totu is one of my hosts. Yomi Totu has been so wonderful. All of you are supposed to send a special thank you to Yomi Totu. I mean it too. All of you will know Yomi Totu very well, right? He has been so wonderful. And his wife, you know, my children actually loves his wife so much that it is the only place so far that they feel like they've got friends, you know. It's quite wonderful. It's been a wonderful experience, by the way. Festus, we have been enjoying it. It's been so amazing. Like, I love it. And we feel like before we all go back to Glasgow, we are probably going to grow fatter because we've been like eating and, you know, drinking, eating and eating. Good stuff. So it's been wonderful. It is. Oh, it has been wonderful. And there's a chance that I may come back sometimes in May. Okay. Now, if I come back next time, that one is like, you know, we can always arrange and organize a meet and greet at the normal level, right? Where everybody can have fun. Well, thank you very much for the super chat, though. That's very kind of you. Now, Governor Adugbafida of Osho inaugurating his own local government chairman to counter the ones reinstated by the appeal courts. This to say, it's a long watch, okay? And if the audio begins to act funny, right, I'll take it off.
Governor of Kaduna State, our able chairman, PDP Government Forum, His Excellency Senator Bala Mohammed. Governor of Oyo State, my dear brother, His Excellency Engineer Sheyi my darling wife, the First Lady of Osun State, Chief Titi Adeleke, former Governor of Osun State, Prince of Peace, Oladisoyi, my deputy, loyal deputy governor, Prince from the South, Koolu Adeosun, all purpose, members of the National Assembly here present, former deputy speaker, House of Rep, Right Honorable Lasu Yusuf, Speaker, Assurance of Assembly, Right Honorable Wale, Abedu, and other honorable members. Our party chairman, everybody say shine, Bobo. One more time, shine, Bobo. Honorable Sunday Bishop, LCG, Alaji Tesfini Balaye, Chief of Staff, Alaji Kazim, Abdullah cabinet members here present. Our Baba Kaja of Oshogo, our Jimo, Olanipedu, Oyechuti, and others. And I say, Presidency, and I recognize Oba Lukwabulani, the Oba Okela, party leaders, chieftains, notably Alhaji Fatai Akinade, our father.
Sorry, it is a long watch, right? But we don't have that luxury of time anymore, okay? The last time did you not notice that I had to do my broadcast in the car, right? The reason is because one, the weather was so kind of like cold, like ash, that the water fountain in front of our hotel actually froze for like 2 days. Man, even in Glasgow, I've not seen that kind of cold in a long time. Sure you get. So therefore, Agbeke had to stay in the room and I had to kind of use the car temporarily, right? But the last time I was here and I asked them to excuse, so they went to the store. They came back here with, the receipt of about $500 that they spent on useless things that ordinarily I wouldn't have allowed, right? So therefore, the longer they stay, there is a chance that they're going to probably finish our money. So our time is almost far gone, but there is this part of the chat tonight that I need to also bring to fore, okay? It is the story of Eniola Ojajuni. That is I think they said he's the former presidential candidate of one, political party like that. But this man is the president, the national president of the Afenifere youth. Like you have the Arewa youth, you have the Ohaneze Ndigbo youth. There is Afenifere youth. Their president got kidnapped. And the terrorists made video with his phone. They posted it on his Facebook. And they are demanding for 100 million naira. How is that even possible? How did the president of Yoruba's Afenifere youth ended up in the kidnappers' den? And this also has triggered some other reactions, like, if you see anything wrong, if you see anything to criticize the illegitimate regime of thiefnubu, you will be tracked down. If you say something about any of these politicians, you will be tracked down and you will be apprehended, abused, like, brutalized and tortured somehow. How did the kidnappers, how have they been able, right, to get away with leaving evidence, leaving traces, leaving clues in the public, and yet never to be apprehended? A lot of people have been using different kind of tactics to explain that away, right? There are those who are saying that it is not easy to narrow down the space where the signal is coming from, and because their hostages may die as well and all that. So okay, so is that possible? The reason why the terrorists who kidnap people for ransom kind of feel like they will never be caught, they will never be punished per se, because they are not even running. Because those who are supposed to come for them believes that if they should use the same resources that they always use to track those who say something about their government all over the country, that if they have to use that same tool to track the terrorists who leave clues online of their victims and all that, so people would die. So because of that, we will just advise you to go and pay the ransom, and let's pray that they don't kill you, because we are not going to come for you, because we don't want to kill you. We don't want, because you may die in the process. That is the argument. But listen to this, to the young man.
Nigerians, help me. Your 100,000, 50,000, 1 million will go a long way to save my life. My name is Prince Eniola Ojajuni. My name is Prince Eniola Ojajuni. God bless you. Aderomu, please help me to spread this video. Hello, good evening. She Folushola, okay. Chief Olushola Oke, Barrister Buadegboruye, Barrister Sam Iwaya, and all Elijah lawyers. Aderomu, picture Leleyo. This is the picture now. They don't want to kill me. Aderomu, please. Aderomu, this today. Aderomu, this today. Please, Aderomu, this money must complete tomorrow. Aderomu, I'm getting tortured. This money must complete tomorrow. Aderomu, you are the only person I have. Aderomu, Dr. Olorun, mo fi Jésù bẹ̀, please, I beg the name of Aderomu.
As you know,
no, not to do again because of Aderomu, Dr. Olorun, Aderomu.
And 2 keke nape.
Only by 2 keke nape, Aderomu, Dr. Olorun, Aderomu.
100 million and 2.
Aderomu, 100 million, 2 keke nape, Aderomu, you are the only person I have. Please do live video tomorrow. Do live video tomorrow, Aderomu, please, I beg you. Aderomu, the money must complete before 6:30 tomorrow, Aderomu. Please, Aderomu, I'm going to tell Aderomu, please. Yeah, Aderomu, please, Aderomu, please. Aderomu, please, yeah, Aderomu, please, Aderomu, please. Nigeria.
That is the president of the Afenifere Yoruba Youth Wing, the youth wing of Afenifere. The terrorists are asking for 100 million naira and 2 keke napep. That's a tricycle. 2 tricycles as a ransom, or they will kill him. And this was yesterday. I don't know if he's still alive because 6:30 today means 3 hours ago. Yeah, that's probably 4 hours ago. So we are not sure if he's still alive or not, but this was supposed to be a place where they claim that thiefnubu has restored the security and all of that stuff for more 100 million naira. Keke napep is about how much? It's about 2 million naira. Abi, how much are they selling that one right now? 2 million, Abi 3? No. We bought a bike for like a million naira recently. So that's probably like a 2 million naira. So they want 2 of that plus 100 million naira. And nobody can track them. Nobody can find them. So people would have to negotiate how much they want to pay. And you'll be at the mercy of those who are holding the gun and beating you every day. Imagine being beaten every day. And they're asking you to tell somebody to raise 100 million naira. 100 million naira. Eh? Anyway, let's leave that aside and see to those who are like uniformed terrorists in Nigeria. As usual,
This can try. Say now our village. Hey, I don't go anywhere. They can look government. Who do this one? They for kill you now. No, I mean all this one. They for not even all this guy like this. This guy is innocent man.
What? The guy not do anything.
The guy not do anything.
What did the guy do?
The guy not do anything. No, I don't know. I can't fear. The guy not do anything. I witness. You know, the guy they say why they go arrest him. The guy I see everything. I don't do.
Those are the uniformed terrorists that can easily just profile you and grab you. And yeah, that too, you can even lose your life, you know. It is a jungle. And some people say that is an insult to the jungle, what you call Nigeria jungle. Some said it's a zoo. Others are like, no, it is an insult. Have you ever been to the zoo? The zoo is so organized and respectful as well, you know. Nigeria has no organization and no kind of like, you know, moral sort of compass that you can at least hold on to and say, well, these people have, you know, it's unfortunate. Oh, it is unfortunate. So we don't know. Some say we should call it a banana republic. Banana republic is a place where everyone is a law unto himself. Just do whatever you can and don't get eaten. Kind of. That's what Nigeria is. Or described as, you know, by so many. You know. Anyway. We'll leave that too. Okay. What time is it? Right, that is 10 past 10, right? So let me share another one. And this one is between, excuse me. This one is between the SUG president or something of the University of Delta fighting this uniformed terrorist as well.
Slap me because I refuse to settle you. You slap me because I refuse to settle you. You will see what you have never seen in your life before. You will see. Ogbashuku police, divisional police slapped me, SC president, because I refuse to settle them in my vehicle. Because I refuse to give you 500 naira. You slap me. You slap me. You do not see yourself. If you not answer to CP, inside the bush. They are running inside the bush. They are running inside the bush. Look at them, criminals. Only criminals. They are threatening to shoot me. They are threatening to shoot me as president. They are threatening to shoot me. Criminals. Look at you, criminals. You know what is going to see you. Look at them. They are going to shoot me. They cannot shoot. Pretty wet. They are shooting at our vehicle. They shot at me. Slap me because I refuse to settle you.
Well, I know too much. That one is in Delta State. Okay. But in front of the court in Abuja, this one is between Shiwore and some policemen as well, in front of the Abuja court.
Right.
Oga, please. Oga.
Good morning, how are you now? Say, who are you shouting? Who is that? Do I look like Yaya Bello to you? I beg, go and sit down. Hey, what's that? What's that? Yes.
I'm a police officer.
So what?
Come out.
I'm not coming out.
Who are you? Can I know you?
I have a business in court.
Okay,
no, I'm not coming out. You can't clear me.
Hello,
you are not an officer of the court.
Hello, sir.
You are an AFCC officer.
Hello, sir.
You have no business standing in front of the court.
I'm talking to you now.
So
clear,
why is he jumping
sir.
at me?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes.
Please, what can I do for
you?
you?
This is a federal high court.
Yes,
bring a court official. I'll talk to the person.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm a policeman.
Or you have a senior. How are you? You are not a court official.
I'm a policeman.
You are allowed EFCC to be flying at people in court. That's what the nonsense the DSS does here too. It's not taking it easy now. They are the ones who bring us to court. EFCC for that matter. Yes. There's no issue. I have a court case. Please. Leave the road. Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I'll restrict you.
You can't restrict me. You can't.
No.
There's no order given to you that can prevent me from going to. You can't. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. No, I'm not going to call anybody to tell you a case I have. No, you have no right. You have no right to prevent me from attending to my case at the Federal High Court. You don't have any right to stay in front of the Federal High Court, regardless of who you are.
Which case do you have?
I'm not going to tell you my case. You are not my lawyer. You are not my lawyer.
You are free.
Stop your foolishness. You are not my lawyer. Very stupid people. How can you be harassing people in front of the Federal High Court?
Well, I know too much. I think it was last week. Yeah, just a few days after we came to Houston, right? So we were at Yomi Torto's birthday party, and some guys there were like Torto's friends. They also knows Mayegun, sure you get. So they were like having a chat generally about Nigeria. Then one somehow like Torto's friend as well came in, and They were now talking about Showore. Okay, sorry, they were not talking about Showore. They were talking about everything in general. Like I said, it was the one who now brought up Showore. And this guy, this guy was talking about Showore in such a way that I didn't know where to actually like, you know, sort of delve in, even though I ended up having to just walk away from that because, you know, there are people who are watching Mayegun that do not agree with Mayegun as well. And some of them will look for any opportunity, you know, in the public to want to go like band, you know, band for band with me and all that. So I've had that kind of experience before. But here, this guy was upset that Showore was using his platform to bail out the people that the entire system is trying to radicalize, to oppress as well, right? So then he was talking about this seeking guy, like that you know, that young boy was saying all this rubbish nonsense about Adeboye. Saying all this rubbish about Adeboye. Adeboye is not old enough to be Showore's father. Showore now went there to go and bail him out. I was like, okay, this one feels so strong about Showore. So I was interested. I was like, then you know, when anybody tells you that, see, I'm not APC. I'm not supporting APC, but let me tell you something. What Tinubu is doing is the best. He is APC. Those are the Abrodian Abobakus. Don't ever get played. All right, they are the Abrodian Abobakus. When you see anybody that says, I'm not even a Christian, you know, I don't even go to church. But listen, how could anybody just say something like that about is one of the Redeemed Church, what do you call it? Redeemed Church rogues. Because all the rogues in Nigeria, 90% of them are from Redeemed Church. All the co-member of the APC, the jihadist party of Nigeria, APC, they are members of the RCCG of Iroboye. So don't let anybody gaslight you on that one. Sure you get now. Majority of those who are around thiefnubu, they are also members of Redeemed Church of Adeboye. So an Adeboye kind of always milk that within that frame. Sure you get now. So if you see anybody where they tell you, say, see, I'm not even a Christian. How can you be saying something like that about Pastor Adeboye? She Pastor Adeboye know who enough to be your father. They say, Olori Brukune, Adeboye know who to be my father. He know be my father. So get deaf, you know. Get the freak out of here. So when you see people who say that, they are those who are closet supporters of APC. So it felt so strong about Showore anyway. That's the point. It was like, and so do you not know Mayegun? You don't know Mayegun? No, please. I hope he doesn't know me. Oh, please. I don't want this one to know me. Oh, like that. I was at your Mitoto's birthday. But it was fun though, right? So just thought that somebody somewhere feels so strong about Showore, not because Showore says all he says and it does all he does, but because Showore, they said Showore is encouraging all these young people to be abusive, to be insulting. She gets. So if they put them in jail, Showore should not be going there to save them. What is Showore trying to do? Is he encouraging them to be insulting elders? You know, people who like to talk about elders, leaders, and all that stuff. And they are undeserving as well, by the way. They are mostly undeserving. They are people who just feels like because they are old, they automatically earn some level of respect. No. You have to earn your respect. Age is useless because foolish people also grow old. Stupid people also grow old. Criminals also grow old. That you are older doesn't automatically mean that, yeah, Elisa. That's now it goes. So anyway, there is one more thing. I don't know if that really counts for anything. So my time is up, like I said. But I think we were talking about fake drugs and all that last the last time, right? But it seems like, Baba, I think it's the NDLEA or the NAFDAC that discovered fake drugs hidden inside the pipes, you know, like this water pipe or this pipe hose, right? In Lagos, I think, right? So, and when I saw that, I was like, man, oh more, if we're going to Koolu to the presidency, go more everywhere. Go, I mean, drug just like Boku, like we've never seen before, or maybe it has never been this openly pronounced before. I don't know. So here is what they found in a shop.
It's not for you guys. You see the shop? See the food bags? That is package. Codeine. You can see? Full package. Inside plumbing material. This thing, kudos. Kudos. So what of the sharing future?
He was having the key to this first one. The inner one said no key. He decided to stop.
The inner one said no key.
Madam, oh yeah, let me call the council. See this one. You see
Ramadan. Your invoice. For the Ramadan.
So they are combating counterfeit drugs and all of that from the people. See, my time is up, okay? I do still have a few other things to share with us, but my time is up. So it's been a pleasure talking to you and to everyone who is interested. I mean, that's my US number now, so I'm going to give you, okay? So, and it only works between now and Friday. After that, it doesn't work anymore, okay? So my US number is 713-257-2954. So I'll take that again, okay? So that simply means that you can send me a text if you are in Houston and you want to come around. So you have that chance, okay? So here, again, it is 713-257-2954. So that's my US number. So if you send me a message on it, don't just call straight away. I have phobia for picking calls that way, okay? So I may not pick your call, all right? Well, please, if you send a text message, you don't need to write a whole letter. Hello, Mayego, this is Jerry. And, you know, I want to see if, you know, you're free tomorrow, so time. I said, don't call. People are already calling. Chai, people. I said, don't call. Send me a text. Let's kind of like interact first, okay? So I can tell you what time it will be that I'm going to be around, okay? And yes, we can meet, but we are not doing the meet and greet of the thing. Even though my dear sister, dear Fausat Lawal, said that I could, Jesus Christ, I said, don't call yet. Text me. So I've seen Jerry, I've seen another person calling me just right now. Please, sir. So, for dear sister, Fausat Lawa, she said we could just meet up at, maybe a restaurant. And people comes around and, and I've been going to a place called Wazobia. Baba, I've ate this Wazobia rice, Wazobia pounded yam, amala, and all this they are all with egusi and other stuff. So that's the African place I have seen so far. I've been to, kind of, right? So Iruk, I've seen your message as well. So yeah, we're going to interact, okay? The African Wala is coming around on the 28th, which is this Friday. So maybe before Friday, I can tell us where we can possibly just meet up, right? Now we can do that, but I just don't really see how easy it is going to be, sincerely. Well, I would love to see that happen as well, okay? So we can have this handshake and photo session and all of that stuff. It's quite funny. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for your time, okay? I am going to reply your messages, and I'm also going to talk to you on the phone, and I am also going to see you again, maybe one more time before, before we move back to Glasgow. Sorry, I'm reading some people's text messages coming up. So Wazobia, the one that is on Beechnut Street, Beechnut, I think it's called. I've been to that place. It's just about 15 minutes away from my hotel. Like I could just drive down there 15 minutes, I'm there, right? So Wazobia on Beechnut Street. So we can possibly have that, and I can tell you about it maybe on Thursday, okay? So let me talk to one or two people, all right? And if you want us to just see and meet for a few minutes, an hour or two, we can do that, I want to see some of you, but I want to do it in a grand style where we can all be like, share you get. So thank you so much for your time, though. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, your evening, or your night. Until I see you again, okay? Stay safe and never stop watching my Egu.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary politico. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà gbówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.